last night. No video today because I was not in the mood yesterday, and no, I have not been back to work yet. They have started, but for whatever reason, I was willing to go today, but there was no jobs today. The first weekend like that. Before they used to reserve like such as like now if they just put it on the thing, I don't know. To go to the school that I applied right a few months ago, and I finally finished everything. Hi Marlene, good morning. And everything, and I found out she went on vacation. She didn't even tell me. No wonder. I'm like, no wonder she hasn't been really like, not answering. And I was like, oh no, 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 no. Let me check on here. All right, I'm on there. That way I get to see the stuff we're missing. Yeah, so that's the. It's a cool day finally. It'll get warm, but it feels there's a breeze. We love it when there's a breeze around here. Mhm. But yeah, and I've been ever since our challenge, our watercolor challenge. I've been missing mixed media, so I found an old pile, and I shared this with you. So some of them already got a lift, and some got half of a lift, and we're gonna finish them here. So that's why I'm doing this live, because I know a lot of you guys and a lot of you watching me on the replay has asked the way that I go do and I actually do all that I've on my new sketchbook. It's all been just extra stuff. This is a new Funto, the new one. See, I already messed it up, but yeah. So this is all like intuitive work, um, and a lot of people now on YouTube have been doing that. Let me lower myself. Yeah. So here I'm gonna show you some of them already finished, like this one. This was I had it like this. Remember when I showed it to you guys? I think it was on a live that I showed it to you guys, and I had like a little. It was like a tree. It was kind of weird, and while I like this, I kept it. I actually used a little bit of this of at the end of the month. I'll still get my 10 or 20. But from the Katie's Jupiter on Etsy. That's her shop. Yeah, and so this one, what I did is I added this colors up here, and then I added some here, because the black luster has a little bit of a sparkle, and I like the texture, so I like it down here, kind of cool, kind of like a little cheetah, huh? And now you can put it because it's that's what I like round things. So you can do it like that. But I really like this kind of like an opposite, and you can still see the little stem that I had on, but it doesn't bother me anymore because I love this. And I think I'm gonna use this color palette again. But yeah, and around here I'm like maybe I should add. Do you think I should add something else here, like something? We're gonna I just answer my own question. So here we go. We're gonna add some dots. That's the only step here, right? All that colorfulness. And I could have added like a little sparkly thing. I might do that. I might do that actually. I have some. Oh no, I think I kind of like this. For now, I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah. And I'm gonna leave the bottom one because it looks like a little hilly mountain, like you're starting off rough. I don't know, it's like a little path almost. But I might actually glue this to a little round. Yeah, this is 100% cotton from Martisa. People don't like this paper, but this wasn't like 3 4 years ago. It's not from my recent. I haven't opened an Artisa pad. I rebought them last year because they finally went down. But a lot of people don't buy them. I do like them. They're not heavyweight, but they're not soft, and they come in already in a glue pad. And last year they were $8 to $11, and yeah. What I noticed about this white pasta, that the dots are not like apparent. You can see them, but they're not like starky. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Doesn't this look, Marlene, to you kind of like the end of the summer? You're going into fall, like you're here. The end of the. Oh, you know what? Stars. We're gonna come back to this because I wanted to dry. I want to put some sparkly stars. So we're gonna come back to this, okay? Um, so I'm gonna put this over here because I want to do that. See, by showing you guys. Now this, do you remember this, Marlene? This is one of, it's on my favorite, the Paul Rubin, the glittery, and you could still see some of it. It had some ethereal stuff. This is all watercolor from the past, and the bottom of this is too. And I gave it a lift yesterday, and I used the colors that I had on. This is all watercolor, and you can still see the sparkly a little bit, but this is gouache, acrylic gouache from Holbein. You can still see it. This one, I was happy that because there's another one that I forgot. That I forgot, and I washed it with acrylic wash, and I should have used regular wash, and it dawned on me after I was done, and I was like, ooh, I should have done it. But this one, I'm really pleased. I used the exact same color palette I had down. The only thing I did take out is like a little bit of the turquoise because it didn't match anything that I had on from previous, or it's like I did some weird shit. But on the turquoise here, I left it because it went on perfectly. So yeah, it kind of like an ethereal piece, and I did some dots right before I came on camera, but it's really nice. I really enjoy it, and this one's like, yeah, this is like the most proud piece that I've, it's in this one, because this one was yeah. So I really like the way it's settled, but it's like, and Marlene was asking me about colors. To be honest with you, Marlene, you seen my mess from the past, this 3 years, 4 years ago. I created my own palette, and I think you have to go through a process like everybody else does. I started with the colors. These are the colors that I like. I do like this sorbet orangey, reminds me of an ice cream I had when I was a kid. Um, and then I like settles of dark red, and because it reminds me of my thing, and I do like different blues, because of the sky, because um, of the ocean. So this feels very ethereal. So that's how I bring colors. That's why we do the challenges that I created for you guys. These, so you can see and try it out. I'm not the type of person that'll sit there and say, wonder if a color, if this color and that color, what color would it create, or if I create mud. You just saw me earlier this year for the first time. I created mud, and I was okay with that. Um, but yeah, see, same color palettes from 3 years ago and now, like, and that's how I come up. I go with the colors that I like, and a lot of times the color texture, the color surprised me, and that's why we do these challenges. If you ever wonder, that's why you only have three colors, so you'll be sure not to create mud. If one of them turns brown, it'll be like not like a regular brown. You see, I've done golden brown, chocolate brown. I've even done it in oil paint, and I loved it. So like if that's the number one thing, and that's why I wanted to show you guys this, um that what this whatever I put on here, it still matched me 3 years later, 3.5 years later. How long I did it, I still love this paper. It's still my favorite. It's hot press. I have cold press and I don't really love it, but it is nice paper. I still would use it. I have it. But hot press is my preference, and I came up with this, and I still left elements that I had on this one. I like this one. I made a mistake, and I left it, and it was still, but that's okay. Um, and but yeah, let me put some a little bit of white dots now that we have here. But I still use the color palette that I still had under because I like it. A lot of it, people are gonna tell you blah blah blah, just like I've told you. A lot of this, believe it or not, is aesthetics to the eye, to your eye. People sometimes tell me I use a lot of red, a lot of color, and I don't give a damn what they think or what they say. I don't care if they're professors of I don't know what, of art or whatever, or if they've been doing art for 34 years. I don't care because I like it. The end result, you have to be okay. You, the artist, have to be okay with what you present at the end. I love this. If somebody else doesn't love it, that's their problem. But I absolutely love it. And that's why art is very how should I say it? Is very subjective. And I know because I come from the art history department. Most of them, for some reason, and from the words of God to you guys, the art history department. I don't know when I started, and I only did 2 years. I only have an associate's, and that's okay with me. I didn't want to go further because it reminded me. You do a lot of writing, and it reminded me a lot of my old degree, which I wanted to stay away, or international relations. If I want to do the writing, I'll just do it on there. But they none of them have a process. They all have to look up artists and talk about them and this and that, but it's subjective. They're talking perspective is everything that entails our history. I'm telling you, they're the snobs. They're the this and they're the people that fear. Even my old instructor, last but almost close to 2 years now in October, in one of my paintings that he dared to kind of tell me that that some stuff that I put on there were incorrect, and I'm like, no, because it was a childhood memory. Three things that I put together, and only one of them was current. And while the mushroom did exist, it didn't exist as a mushroom house. I just created them like that. And I'm gonna add, I did have a dream earlier in the year, and I have to do some touches because I feel like they need to be put on, and I'm not gonna change a lot of it. I just want to add some touches that I was guided by a dream, and I don't care what he said or whoever. If that one, out of all three of them, was the second best that everybody, even one of my drivers that drove me, he's Asian. He told me that if he had to choose out of the three pieces that I did that year, that one, the one I'm talking about with the mushroom house, and it was a childhood memory that I kind of condensed together when I used to go to the redwood trees, and when they took me when I lived out in Pomona. There's a lot of trees down there. That's why it's called in Claremont is called which is next door to them. Um, Claremont is considered the place of PhDs in trees. There's a lot of people that go there to get their PhDs, and there's a lot of trees. But he said something around those lines, and then he made the other students, his students, like talk bad about me, but I didn't give a damn because it's my piece. They don't know why I put things there because he didn't allow me to do that. So I knew that that was the one piece that I was up there for like an hour, and he thought he was punishing me. But little did he know that this alchemist, um, I can talk my way out and I can argue for hours, for hours. Um, I'm not a lawyer, nor did I ever want to be a lawyer. But a lot of I met a lot of lawyers online because I needed help when I was going through political science, and they were already finished with law school, and they told me that I sound and I had the feel, and I, to be a lawyer if I wanted to. I never wanted to because like I said, I talk here about stuff that I'm passionate about, but I don't really like talking in real life. I talk more now than I did years ago, but I'm like quiet. And to be to be some sort of lawyer, you have to, even for international, especially for international law, you still have to go through the same rigorous. So I was like, nah, no thank you. But yeah, it was um a lot of people don't know that about me. I didn't know about me um until I'm on the spot. And if I feel like I need to defend myself, I feel bad for the people that are against me, because at that, when I get to that spot, trust me, I'm cold blooded. I don't. But yeah, I told him back to that piece. I did tell him on there that, like, um, whatever his problem was, that was his problem. I was happy, and he got mad because I did it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I did the whole painting. And I only had to do like white dots on detail on the mushroom top, but yeah. But yeah, it always reminds me of that piece, and because I want to do those details so I can present it, and hopefully it could find a home. But yeah. So that whole thing is based on this, and that's how I come up with my palette. All of these colors is colors that I like, including this yellow. I didn't do anything. This is watercolor that it was on there. I was gonna do the same thing and do real sketch, but I decided not to. So I feel like it adds to these sorbet sort of yeah. This just, and it's okay. That's why it's called abstract, because I didn't anchor it. I didn't. It's very like a dream, right? Like a very dreamy type, and that's kind of the aesthetic that I was going for, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, this is so pretty. I really am in love, and I want to do more of this and more of this. And but yeah, I didn't want to lecture you, but this is the reason. So this one too, and I'm okay. See, I gave it a lift, a few lifts on this one, and I'm okay with it. This is just a practice piece. This I really like. I gave it a different look from what I had, and yeah, I was really, this I am gonna cut half, but yeah, I use gouache, except for here, and gouache, and then I just dotted for funsies. I didn't want to add, I was gonna add leaves. I added them here, but I was like, I don't want to add no leaves. But yeah, this is a piece that I could go that way, or I could go that way. It reminds me right of the last piece I did on those things, the things, what are they called, the but yeah, this was just nothing, right? I don't do slices like that anymore. That and I could have just added more, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna leave it because whatever. And then this one's, oh my god, this I did it last night, you guys. So this, we still have it. Now I know why this happened. So this piece, it was a nice flower here. I decided to get my acrylic inks, and I did this, the green, and I was like, yeah, cool. It had, remember, it was that piece that and I was just like, yeah, let me go. Oh, I was like, let me go get my other inks, and I'm just gonna add a little bit. Well, I ended up putting a big blob. I added the water, and I was like, oh shoot. And not only that, I had these two pieces laying around, and I just decided to bloop. This came out really, we're gonna work on these. These are just like practice pieces, but well, they're all practice pieces now. But yeah, and this one too, look at that. How interesting. And I just kind of like bloop, bloop, because there was so much ink, acrylic ink. So I was like, okay, now I know what happened to this piece. Um, but yeah. In this one, I want to keep a lot of these elements. It looks like a flower here. So I'm going to add more of this black. And then we're just going to, I'm going to keep a lot of these elements. It's almost like this is a very fallish type. But we're going to bring out some light. And so yeah, this is what happened with with this, but it like, yeah, it draw the ink up. And this I really like. The only thing I didn't like is that it didn't, because I did it a couple of times, it didn't. But if you notice, it did catch some of that watercolor from that luster thing. Like it in some, I did do another watercolor, but I really like the way, almost like a landscape, right? Like a landscape. And like it did the lines like a landscape, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. So experimenting is always your best friend. Trust me, I've been experimenting and I do not plan on stopping. So this is how these came up. They're not done, and we're gonna probably work on this today. And I did decided this one I like what, but I didn't like the flower. It kind of destroyed the flower. So I am going to cut it. Well, we're gonna work on it, and then I'm gonna cut it in fours, and it's gonna be just like an abstract, because I was like, oh, okay, and I could add whatever I want. But I do like the fact that like the different greens, the green that it was already layered watercolor, and then the green, I used the green acrylic ink, this one, grass green, and it was, this is what you see on top. And then I added like three. What happened is that a turquoise, that's why it turned purple, and it was like a my favorite, like a cherry. um yeah, so it kind of, and it drew, and it, and overnight it like, look at it, and this one is shiny. That's because when it's shiny like that, it's because it barely dry. Like it just, I don't know why it barely dry. I don't know, it must have mixed with another one, and it created like a shine, and it was a lot of it, because I was like, oh, it's still drying, but no, it's completely dry now. And the thing about acrylic inks is you can't take it off once they look like watercolor, but once, that's another thing I was like thinking. I was like, oh, since I have a lot of acrylic inks, and I'm gonna start using them like watercolor, because then I could put mountain on those and I don't have to worry, because they're, I just have to put the varnish, and that's it. I don't have to worry that they're gonna get they don't have to be under glass, is what I'm trying to say. um I just put the thing, because they look like watercolor, but they're acrylics. The Bombay, I have like 5 different sets. So yeah, and they go, a little goes a long way. This had a lot. Look, but watercolor, good watercolor paper, 100% cotton, would always stand the test of time. So yeah, and so yeah, a lot of I do a lot of techniques that work for me. If there's a technique out there that I like, I saw somebody do, I will say it, like this lady. But it's always for me, and I think the Milan Institute always kind of, for me, it always helped me. That, like, you wouldn't think, right? I added 3 different ink colors, but I had a red on the bottom, which matched well with the green. That's how this thing started. Look it, I'm not lying to you. So like, you have to learn to experiment. And this little blobs, they're white, and they just kind of like, and everything kind of mesh. But yeah, and we'll see when we're done. So I do want to work on this a little bit before, and I will show you more things, and then we're gonna work on this big piece to have fun, and then finish the other one. I do want to show you more that I before we get started, and then I will talk less, I promise. um, yeah, here we are. Oops. So this one, I like, see, similar elements as the other one, right? But different aesthetic. I did like the little scribbles I did. I'm gonna keep them. And then I added this. I blocked out whatever flowers I was trying to do at the time. I think I was trying to copy some doodling. And while I enjoyed it at the time, I was like, it doesn't really go with me. So I blotted them with acrylic gouache that matched, almost matched, that it was like the extra. And I like that. This is also going to be like a, I might be in a finished at one piece. I haven't decided. But I do like some of the elements, the colors that stay, most of them, yeah. And then I blotted what I didn't like. And then we're just going to play around with that. Um, Maybe not today, but yeah. But this one too, I gave it a lift. Remember this one? This I cannot get rid of this brown line to save my life. But this one also has, see, it reminds me like Arizona. I passed through there a couple of times, and this is also going to be two different paintings. It reminds me of Arizona, and I was like, oh look, I didn't get rid of that, but I am gonna. What I'm gonna do is add like little black acrylic, little black like marks, kind of like little footsies, so it'll get rid of that, and then I'm okay with what. And maybe I'll like I was thinking like adding a little bit more brown on here and just putting like a wet thing so it'll create kind of like rocks. But this one I added Marlene's or icy lake because it was, I'm like, let me add some of this icy lake, so I added it yesterday. And these, they were actually, I was trying to get the natural light and it didn't work, but it looks like crystals, right? So it's still the ocean. Um, and look, it created these like different marks that I have no idea, but it looks like underground crystals, something. It's very interesting, but I also see a lady. It's so weird. You know how the ocean, that's why I love the ocean, but I don't like, see, it looks like a lady, like with a dress. Do you see her? It's very, yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, what did I do? Do you see that? It's very, very abstract, very interesting, this piece. And I was like, oh my god, how did I do that? I was trying to get light, kind of like the top of the ocean, kind of like, but it created this. Yeah, you see her, and I had it the way that I had it this way, and I was just going like that. And I wasn't even working on when I was trying to get the light. But now it looks, see, some of it, that's why I love abstract, because I was trying to do one thing and then something else showed up. Something completely like oh, I know we're going to call her our frozen lady of the ocean. But yeah, and people are like, how did you do that? I don't know. And I notice a lot of these pieces I tend to work at night. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, these pieces, we're gonna leave them back here. We're not done. We're almost done, but we're not done. And then, oh, this one, yes. This one I might still add more to it. Remember this one? And I added this. I was trying to do another type of flower, but this kind of emerged. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And I was gonna cover this, but I was like, nah. And I added my favorite watercolor from Roman Schmall on top of here. And I did some of the marks, but I still don't know if I wanna. I'm probably gonna work on this, but I'm not sure. And I don't know if I wanna cut it off as well. But I do like this little thing. Maybe like an idea will pop up and then I'll just put it down on here. But I decided that this would be like a cool experimental. The ones that I could fix, like this one, they're fine. This one is also, I didn't fix it, I gave it a different look with what was there. I did use Daniel Smith sticks, but I like it. I might add more to the background and just be like more of a background. um yeah, I don't know why I used at the time this type of turquoisey background, but I do like it. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. But yeah, and this one, Da, 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 da. So I remember I told you I love this background. I'm gonna keep it. And then yeah, I did this. I was gonna add the mint big balls, and then I forgot, and I started doing this, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm just gonna keep it like a bowl, and it'll be whatever you want it to be. Just as aesthetics, you know. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So this one we are gonna finish it here, and then I might add more like to the background, but I think I love the background. It's like super summery, super, and then yeah, right, super summery. This, and then so see, the good thing about this, I'm telling you, this is like not starky. This pen right here, it's super nice. And then what I'm gonna do is just add like here and there, like a little bit of light. Nothing in particular, just like a little bit of light here and there. So it'll just like catch. See? Not very much. And then on the bottom here, I'm not, because this one I feel it needs it on the bottom. I was really happy with my shadows, and I kept my shadows. Everything turned brown like that, and I was like, oh, that's okay. And I'll just keep it like a shadow, and that's kind of what I did. That's kind of what I did. See? So now it looks super appetizing, isn't it? And then it could be whatever. I just decided it'll be like not ice cream anymore, just kind of like a jar, a big mug that you just see on your kitchen table, sort of like that, all nice and decorated. So yeah, I had fun when and I was like, you know what, this is it. Kind of didn't get away exactly with what where I was going for. Of course, I went from gumballs, but in reality, I was trying to go for ice cream. But I was like, oh, you know what? I'm okay with this. Like, this is really nice. From where I feel like I gave it the lift, but I still kept the piece for kind of what what I was looking for. That's why I tell you not to copy people. Yeah, you can try a few things, because it was a Lindsay the Fur Crafter, and you saw mine did look nothing the way. But at the time I had fun, and look, I learned to make good backgrounds. See, now it's finished. Very cool. And it reminds me like almost like a piece, like how do I say it? Like a piece from my own heritage. That's what they remind me. But with pastel colors instead of like, you know. What I'm trying to accomplish this is give it like a more light by using this white, which is not starky. But yeah, see? And it uplifted it more than it was before. Very cool. So yeah. I did like in this piece, and whatever I decided, whatever people think that it is, then that's what that is. So yeah, that was so yeah, so I'm done. I'm done showing you guys all the stuff that I lifted. I was like, whoo, it's a lot, huh? And I was like, wow, why did I give myself like this task? And I was like, you know what, I learned something from it, let me just do it. Because before, what I would do, I wouldn't look at the piece. I would just be like, what the heck is that? And I would just automatically just do this thing. Well, I think I have one more, but this one more, I think I'm still, yeah. This is the one, remember the one that it had this little thing? I was working on this last night, and I was trying to erase that thing, but you could still see it like a little freaking lollipop. So on this one, what I'm gonna do is add like flowers. I mean flowers. Add leaves. Oh my god, add flowers. But I was really happy with, and I made a mess on this one too. And I was like, it's a good mess. And this one, I kept it. I remembered I used actually Daniel Smith gouache, royal, different type of royal, and the lavender. So and then I added like three types of sculpts, and yeah. So yeah, this one's gonna be, and then this, it was darker, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, so now I'm gonna add these things because I feel like it. They're like the little seeds. The seed of Chucky. I don't know why I'm saying that. I've been like, but yeah. So yeah, this one I'm just gonna add beautiful leaves all around so it looks like, oh look, it came out of your garden. And look at how cool this texture. I let it flow, and I just kept adding some water. And yeah, and look, see on here, you can still tell there was a lot of other different, and I can still make it, but I think I like the way that the texture is showing up. I'm probably gonna add the crayons, the neo colors to this one, and but yeah, we might work on this one today as well. So different, huh? So different. So let's work on this spooky one, because I have an idea for this one. So this one I'm gonna keep this whole thing because it looks like a flower to me. It looks like a black flower. And then everything on the outside is just gonna get a little bit of a lift. So, ooh. Let me use my round. I was working last night. I've been working on these a lot on the night. Okay. Do you have any questions, Marlene's concerns so far? Okay, here it is. So I am gonna add my Posca. We are going, because this is a beautiful flower that I didn't even see it when I first saw it. I'm like, what in F did I do here? But now I see it right here, and I'm just gonna let it flow. But I'm gonna add some of this black luster, and then a little bit of black luster so it'll kind of matchy. But yeah, this one desperately needs some white, some pastel, because it's so dark and moody. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. And you see it? So with my brush, it's almost like I wouldn't say deform, destructure flower. Kind of like when it's losing its petals, but this is kind of like, it's very dramatic, is what I'm trying to say here. Very dramatic. So see, here, I'm just gonna add this black on top of what I already have here. So it'll gives us, see, it'll darken it up without darkening it. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to outline it because I want it to have that still that luster, that that grime, that whatever it is. And this right here, I'll show you guys, because I see a little, like a little ratuli, and it's like super cute. And so I was like, oh my god, I see this, and I'm like, how cool. And it has like an 8, like, it's very, this one is very mysterious, and we are gonna add to that mystery. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. But on the outside, I want to add just a little bit. And look at from here, you can tell it's like, and this over here too. It's like a tree or something. Very interesting. This is probably out of all my favorite piece that I picked up from the past. Like, I think I might have done this at the end of all the stuff that you saw, including the stuff that I showed you earlier in the year. It was like, or last year, when I went through a lot of my old stuff. Yeah, it's like, wow. I really went through a transformation, and I not saved these pieces, I wouldn't have been able to tell. That's why I was like, I don't know, I'm glad I work on paper so I can see for myself where I started and where I am, and yeah, and where I'm going. I still don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. Look at that. I love this color. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to be like, give me a full pan of this one. Hematite luster. I use it for everything. And look, I already made a dent on my dot card. On my big ass dot. Oh yeah. This is my favorite dark out of all the darks. Because it's not truly dark. It's very interesting. Right? This is gonna be a very aesthetic piece. Love it. Let me just... This, I love it too. The way this shows up, this and that. Oh my gosh. I was having fun last night without even knowing. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not a teacher and I'm a sub, because right now I would be at work instead of being here with you guys. And this is my preference, obviously. Look at that. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. I'm so excited. Gotta do something about these darks. Okay. Now here, I'm gonna show you. Do you see the little face of a ratuli right there? The eye, the little nose, and like his third eye is like, look at that. You see it? Don't look at the whole thing. Just for a minute, just look right here. Look. You see his little face? Yeah, I thought I was gonna just make it more of the, but no, I'm gonna leave him here. And this is really cool. It's like, yeah. To be honest with you, Marlene, I would recreate this, and I'm gonna try in October. But I'm telling you, I have no idea. And this looks to be all watercolor, because I touched it and some of it moved. So it was, I have no idea. It looks like I was slapping on paint and then I just added water and I let it be. And that's how, and look at this tree right here, right? And it's like, oh my gosh. I know, I know. So on here, we're gonna leave our inside flower and whatever happened here, good. We're only gonna work on this, rework it, because I feel it needs some dark light, right? Some dark light. So we're gonna add my favorite magenta, also from the same maker. And we're just gonna pile it on here on what we already have. Because I feel like that Posca did a good job. And we're just gonna add it only on the dark to kind of give it that lift without messing with it. It's still gonna be dark. It's just not, it's dark. I didn't think, to be honest with you, this piece did not need a lot of heavy lifting. It just needed a couple of things. I'm telling you, some of the pieces will tell you that and you're like, whoa, yes, yes, give me more. So I'm just lining up the stuff that is already there for us and just working. It looks like I did a little bit of an orange and then I layered, I don't know how I got that yellow though. It's not like a traditional yellow. Some of it here it is, but then yeah, I have no idea. I wish I could tell you, but that's the thing about abstract. You guys didn't believe me when I told you sometimes I cannot recreate my own work. This is one of them. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a masterpiece on its own. I'll tell you that. Maybe I'll enter the spooky stuff and I'll enter this one. Don't be telling people now, because then you know how people love to copy me. Oh yeah. And you know what I'm gonna add? Ooh, I'm gonna add this to this tree over here. Yeah. Look at that. So it'll be like nice and dark. This is what happens when you go to the woods, kids, alone. You'll find yourself in this masterpiece maze. This piece will actually look well, huh? On a spooky on a spooky well, good luck copying this one because I don't even remember how I did it. I really don't remember. I'm really not lying about that. I don't lie. Unless if I lie, I'll tell you. I lie about this. But no, I don't lie. My hips don't lie. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know. People love to copy me, don't even give me credit. But in reality, I'll tell you that I'm all about color, and you can see that. But I'm all about contrast, like I did here. Ooh, it looks like the Rocky Mountains in the forest met, and they created this ratatouille flower. Ratatouille coming in from the forest. Oh my gosh, man! I'm really out there, huh? Yes, I am. It's better to be out there and be known than to be a weirdo artist and you're like, what the heck? And then this looks like I did a lot of effort. I have no idea what I did because I don't remember. But I did a good job. Like just slapping some paint on here because This looks really cool. Yeah, so we're done with the color. I might add some. Ooh, let's add some gold. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me. I saw Denise today. Her video was good today. And I was thinking about doing something rainbowy, but I'm over here. You know what? This weather today reminds me like when the sun goes down in late September and early October is about to get here and it gets breezy. Ooh! It's my favorite. It's my favorite, you guys. Pumpkin spice, movies, dawn, the sun going in at 4 p.m. and well, here in Southern California. Everybody's like excited. The weather, like the leaves are on the wind. Woo! I'm so excited about this fall today, this year. I don't know. I don't know why. But it's like, okay, we're gonna add some gold accents. Um, I would add the Liquitex Old, but this is, yeah. I think the piece, let's add a little bit. Let's see. I have the gold, our traditional gold from, and then let's see here. Where should I add it? I add it maybe here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be too bright, the Liquitex one. Yeah, look at that. But I am gonna keep it there. I'm just gonna mash it so it doesn't mess because we're going for the spooky, you know. This is our aesthetic and we're not gonna change that at all. Yeah, it's too bright, this one. It's too bright. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here to take some of that brightness out. And add it in places where I might need some bright light. This is how you add light to a piece. You start to brighten up the colors that you see on your actual piece. This is how you add color back. Many people say, oh, you cannot add color, you have to start light. That's bull crap. Yes, you can, and I'm doing it. Yes, you can. Now, you see that? How light that is? You're like, damn, it's so light it's about to touch me. That's how you add light to it. And I added light here. Now it's like, it's not starky. Thank goodness. But yeah, I like this the way, ooh, I like this side. I'm not gonna mess with it. I still have a little bit on my brush, so I'm just gonna linger it there. And we're gonna put it away because that one's too bright. I didn't think I ever say that. It's too bright. Put some of it here on this little piece. I love this. Reminds me of cheetah. Like a little cheetah. This. Cheetah. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this because I am sure am. I sure am. So we're gonna add this little thing. So we're gonna add brightness. So what I'm gonna do is just dot to add a little bit of brightness. Not too much, because we don't want to mess with our spooky scene. Get me? And then around here, it's like dark versus light, good versus evil. Oh, we don't need it up there, but I'm still gonna do it. We need a silver. Oh, we can add silver. Yes, yes, yes. See, I added more light. I really like a lot of this stuff on this piece over here. I think I'm gonna add some dots around here. Sorry if I'm putting my forearm. I'll take it away in a minute. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, this is a piece is definitely, when I finish giving it a lift, ooh, it's gonna be nice. So we done. I'm gonna get my silver because I wanna add some silver light into this. Ooh, so nice. People say, oh, I'm so prolific, that they're prolific. No, this is prolific. This one and the other one. Isn't it so funny? My two favorite pieces to work on all this whole thing, this one and the other one, and they're like day and night. And this one I feel like it's the middle of the road, but this one and the other one are like they're super different, super duper different. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. I want to add some silver. We gotta be careful when we add our silver, because like I said, oh, this could be a little pumpkin. Yeah, look at that. It's a violet pumpkin. Well, we're gonna begin to add some of this silver around here. Ugh. Come on, wherever you are. I'm telling you, this painting is fall vibes around here. My God. I think my favorite are, and I don't think I have another silver. Ooh, I'm not sure. I think it's drawing. I'm not sure why. I use it all the time. I don't know why it might be drawing. Or it might be gone. I don't think I have another silver though. I like this one. I do have another silver in a different color. Ah, yeah, it's perfect. Oh, I think we might be out of it, you guys. I think my favorite was the cherry one, and I don't think I bought any more. I gotta find these mangas because they're one of my favorite supplies. Oh, there we go. It's coming out. Yeah, it's kind of wants to dry inside, but I use it all the time. So I'm gonna finish using it, so if it dries, it doesn't. Yeah. And then we're gonna add to this spooky tree. Look at it's a tree, and I didn't even, like a half a tree. I didn't even have to do anything. And it's exactly the way I do my trees. I kid you not. Look at that. It's exactly the way I do my trees. And it created even the little curves, everything. I'm telling you, I have no idea how this piece came about. I know that it's like at least 3 years old, 3 to 4 years. But good thing you don't throw I don't throw my stuff away, because this would have been a shame. Because I'm telling you, when you look back, you look at things like with a different perspective. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. That's why people tell you not to throw away your stuff. But people don't listen. I've never done it. Now you're seeing the good result. But yeah, I mean, and you could always collage it. Break it down to pieces and collage it in a wood board or even a canvas and add more elements that I've shown you here on my channel, like glass bead, the um, what is it? Modeling paste and stuff like that. And then you could have different pieces. I want to do that. I want to take a couple of stuff that I'm like, yeah, I really like that, and it's not worth it giving it a lift. And I want to put them all mishmash in a canvas, and I'm gonna add stuff to it. That'll be fun. Probably in the fall, I'll do that. But oh my god, you guys, with all the stuff that I put in, I can see it now. I can see a little pumpkin here. Yes, yes, yes. I see a little pumpkin. And then I'm not gonna add a lot of dots because I feel like it doesn't really need it. Add some here. See, it is, ooh, it is sort of drying because it doesn't want to give me, and then when it does, it created those big ass dots. Whoops. I think I want some here, but I'm not sure where. So I'm just gonna start, because if I overthink it, it's not gonna be, oh look at the little hand of the ratatouille. I found it. I'm telling you, and then here I created another little animal, which I can't tell when I added the brightness and stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I want to add some here. Oh my god. See, it did, but like scatter, 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 scatter. Like scatter. And then on here, and then that'll be it. No more, because we added the light that it need. Okay, yeah. I feel like I needed some light. There we go. It needed some light. It was so dark in here. Ooh, ooh, you guys, it's so pretty now. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. See? Okay, this thing, I need to get rid of this thing. It's, where should I put it? Over here. Yeah, it's like doing some crazy stuff. This is the end. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? This is something fun. I'm gonna outline my pumpkin with dots. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Pumpkin pie, me oh my. Full as I am, I'll give you a try. Perfect. I'm telling you, a lot of art, believe it or not, it's imagination. You gotta learn to see it like a like a child, like in a way that a child sees things. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. Oh, I'm gonna add, okay, I'm done with this one. I'm gonna add a little bit, a tiny little bit of white, not too much. Ooh. Not too much. I don't want it to be all starky. Just a little bit here and there. Adding a little light. Just a little, because this one, when it dries, this is a real white, and I have a cream one. And when it dries, I notice it's not like, it's super starky. Okay, I think I went a little bit overboard with my things, but it did what it was supposed to do, which is brings out the light and focus you in the center, which is what I wanted. Ooh, look at that. Oh, you guys. Okay, I might have to disseminate some of this acrylic. It made a mess on there. I shouldn't have added on there, but now I'm gonna have to add it here to make sure that it's like, there we go. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Let me add it. Let me get rid of it because it's, yeah, it's contaminating my white, which I don't want to. Ooh. There we go. Got rid of it now. Ah! Move. Oh. Yes. Perfect. So, look at, I'll show you from start to finish. Look at that. You see the focus now? It's in the center. Because all the dots outside will make you focus right. Do you see the flower and the ratatouille? Right? We added the light without adding more paint. I just line it up, and I use this, well, this is considered a dark, it's also a brown. And then we added this magenta, which is a dark, but not as dark as what we had. I could have added a little bit more of this Sorrel, but I did not to. I didn't want to. So see? And look at, now it's a little more shiny because it brought light. It brought it made you center yourself here and just ignore everything on the outside because of the dots and because of the dots outside. But look at, it's so hysterically mysterious. And look at, and then if you keep looking at it, you're like, oh, I see this, I see that, I see whatever. What was the painter thinking? I don't know. And look at, I created another little animal. You guys see it on here? I didn't even know. Look at her little ratatouille, and I don't know if it was like this piece. This is a piece from my past, but it feels like it's a piece that I need to have in my present, sort of say. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't remember what was I thinking when I created this. I had no idea. Like, you guys, when I say I have no idea, that's the reality. But we gave it light, we gave it shine, and we gave it, look at, I love my little pumpkin, look at that. Oh my gosh. This little light of mine. Oh my god, this is, okay. This was fun. Alright, this was super fun, you guys. Let me put it over here, because that one, I'm going to, yeah. That one's called Ghost in the Darkness. Okay, let's add some light to this one, and then how long have I been here? Let me check. Oh, it's early still. 10:35. It's still early. So let's add some sparkly to this one. Yeah. See how the white is not really white? It'll like when it's on here it looks white, but it's not as white as like as you may think. It's not like that white white proof thing, whatever from that everybody uses. Let me. I think I have a sparkly. Yeah, I do. Let me find it. Uh, there we go. I have a silver. Ah! And it was open. Shoot. Okay, hold on. I have to pick this up now. It was open, you guys. Oh, Lord. And it's all over. Yeah, hold on. I have a rag right here for this. See, this is the reason that I move where I am, because this stuff happens a lot. Now all my cherry sparkly. Here, let me pick this up really quick before it dries. I grabbed it and I shook it and it went all over. I'm gonna be shiny for the rest of the day. That's okay. At least people know what I'm up to. Yeah, it's all over the floor, but not a lot. So that's okay. Let me just hold on a minute, you guys. Talk among yourself. Go get yourself a snack or something. Cause look at my hands all over. Yeah, this dries really fast. All right, pick it up. That's crazy. Okay, let me get a little drink of my stuff. I think the other piece is gonna be the last piece. These are fun pieces. I'm just gonna probably work on them off camera. But yeah. And so because I'm a little bit tired and I have to do some chores around my house. Okay, see, it's shiny. Yeah, I didn't realize it was open, and I shook it. It's well loved. It's almost done. Yay! I like this one because it's a white, but it's a pearlescent white, but it's kind of like in between a white and a silver. So see, it's like a pearl type of color. So everywhere I got it, not everywhere, but oh, look at that. Ooh. I love dots. Well, I love dotting, not dots per se, but dotting. It looks nice. And it was thanks to our friend Denise Love that I started dotting stuff because I'm a fan of her channel. And then I was like, oh yeah, that does look kind of nice. And with minimal effort, you know. Anybody can do dots. Did you know that actually Grabby came out with a dot? I want to get that one. A dot thing for adults, like a dotting kit. Because I don't know if you know this, but kindergarten kids are shown to see if they know how to like do stuff, and they get a little dot and they dot away so they can learn how to write without having to hurt their hand. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And it also helps them with their stress levels. Ooh, guys, this looks super nice. I like this. I like this a lot. I really love this piece. Like, I liked it before, ooh, but I really love it now. Like, the the way that it yeah. Oh my gosh. See? See how it gave you like a pearly type of aesthetic without, yeah, like actual pearls. The other white, I felt like it didn't work as much, but this one did. Ugh. It's almost done. Look at that. I really did. I started noticing the difference when of my whites. I think I did a white project like in I don't like I tested it out and I noticed that this it's a pearlescent. It's more like like in between a silver and a white, and I really use it for everything when I don't want something to be all like ooh, that's super bright. No, I missed one spot right here. There, that's it. I don't want to be all crazy. To be honest with you, Marlene, this looks kind of like fireworks to me. Like instead of the other one, this one, because it's like moving in all directions. Look at that. This way, you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. Which way would you have it? But yeah, let's do this one, and then that's it. We're done. Because I am like tired. And then all kinds of stuff happened today, but it was fun. It's been fun. And that's what it's all about. I wanted you guys to show you like my process, where I've been and where I was before. So on this one, I'm gonna, before I make a mistake, I'm gonna mask out with this. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think I want it this way. The I might just keep it like that. What you guys think? Or should I just add paint to it? Yeah. Just like fire. I feel like YouTube needs to give you guys music in case I don't say much. You know what I'm saying? I think I like this instead of, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna add paint to this. I think I'm just gonna let it be like this for now. Yeah, yeah. I was going to add paint to this to make it more like acrylic, like acrylic wash. But what do you guys think about this? I think I like it like that. Look at that. Because it doesn't take away from the flower, but you're like, oh, okay. And you can still see the background. Interesting, this technique. I didn't really think about this before. But now, it's like, okay, cool. Very cool. You can see everything. Everything. Let me add another thing around here. Big one. So I like big leaves. Like I've told you before, leaves is not a thing of mine, but I put it because people like them. For flowers, that is. For other things, yeah. Ooh, look at that. I like it like this, you guys. I just answered my own question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do in the center. We're gonna get our. I was gonna add the drawing oils, but we do have our other ones. Because I feel like the drawing oils are gonna take away from this, so we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna get the neo colors. Ooh, look at. Can you, Marlene? Can you see the leaves? Because they're shiny, and this is acrylic, the green acrylic marker. I don't think you guys can see it, but they're there. Look at. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, it's like in the wind. This was my least favorite, and I ended up making it a favorite. This is the Paul Rubin also. Mm, very cool. I see what happens. Um, see what happens when you work at night. Okay, we're gonna get our handy dandy um, Neo color crayons that everybody seems to hate, and I love them. That's why I bought them a few years back. And look at. So we are gonna add. I have these are completely wax base, so you ain't gotta worry about. You can go straight on paper, and they're from Karen Dosh Neo Art 6909. I don't have all of them, but I do have all the majority of them because the ones that I didn't grab is because I didn't like. But look how tiny they are. They are pricey. And then the drying oils compared to the drying oils. But the drying oils are technically oil paint, so these have beeswax in them. That's why they're so hard. But I feel like I need some line work with that without. So let me see. I think this one is Scarlet and this one is Carmine. Carmine, no, yeah, Carmine Anthraquidone. So I think this one matches that. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and we are gonna add this. So remember how we did this a while ago? This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we do it. So I'm just not gonna overthink it. Oh, you can barely. I probably need the pink. Yeah, you can still see it. And then, yeah, it matches the outside more. Can you see it, Marlene? I don't think I have a pink, you guys. Yeah, I don't. That's weird, huh? I don't have a pink, but I have a purple. No, the purple doesn't match. Well, I just realized I don't have a pink. Maybe I need a, I don't know if they ever brought a pink, but they have a, this is the one that I match. Yeah, this is too dark. This is some sort of, let's see if this one, if Scarlet does the job. No, Scarlet is, see, it's more of a match. It's okay. I can see it on here. It's just on camera. It's not showing. But I can, I could see it. It's just subtle. Weird. I don't have any pink. Oh, that's interesting. Now I gotta find one because I do need a pink. I use it a lot. But anyway, it was exactly what it needed. See? And with this, I'm gonna say goodbye to you, Marine, and whoever's watching on the replay. Don't throw away your projects. You saw a bunch of stuff. How cool stuff that we do. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you, Marlene.